Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you're just joining us on the cast, where have you been all day? We've had so many crazy games leading up to this one as we play out this final day of this tournament. Someone asked earlier, are the finals played today? You betcha. We went straight from the round of 8. We're going all the way to the finals, baby. This is semifinals A. After this is semifinals B, the third and fourth place match, and then the grand finals, which will be a best of 7. Everything leading up to it will be a best of 5. And speaking of this best of 5, the score is currently 2-1 in the favor of Life. You can always see the score displayed down here, guys. Top left corner of the map, though, is going to be... Let me move actually his name up to reflect who it is, because he's a barcode. Here we go. The blue Protoss player, JYP.
In the bottom middle of merry-go-round, we have our red Zerg player playing for Startail. It is Life.
Of course, I've been Rifkin. I've been casting all morning with my friend Zombie Grub. And, of course, now joining us here in the semifinals is Namshar. For those who don't know, I'm hoping you don't know Zombie Grub myself at this point, but for those who don't know Namshar, Grandmaster Zerg player coming from Carnegie Sports, European player, made it into WCS Challenger this season, just saying. It's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, we'll be playing versus TLO in like 4 days.
Shoot, is that your first matchup versus TLO?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry,
best of
man.
5.
I love you, Namshar, but I gotta root for TLO, bro. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Just throwing it on the table.
Right. Okay, then. Alright.
Suddenly I have to go from the cast, guys. Bye. No, but I do wish you
It's
some...
okay. Tilo is an awesome dude, so can't blame you for that.
Okay, so actually, this is where I want to get your opinion. You know, we've seen Life open up with some pretty aggressive openings in this series, even against JYP, who's had some cannons in the past. You know, he's constantly beating back down thirds. What are your thoughts? Like, you know, as a Zerg player, you deny a third base, you kill drone. Well, I shouldn't say deny, but you kill drones at a probes at third base so many times, and they still come back in that late game scenario. Was that the prowess of JYP or the mistakes of Life?
Well, both, I guess. JYP kind of stepped it up towards that mid game with, especially with that War Prism. Eventually, did a lot of damage, and that's kind of what allows him to get in such a good position. But Life definitely made, you know, many mistakes. You know, one of them, of course, losing like 12 swarm hosts for free. That was, you know, JYP's main ticket back into the game. And Life, it kind of felt like he didn't really make up his mind, because if you want to be aggressive with swarm hosts, you need to be very aggressive with your creep spread and get that map control and be kind of safe with your movements. Life was kind of not focusing on the creep spread, and he was still moving out with the swarm host, which meant that he didn't have any sort of vision of JYP's army movements, so he was kind of vulnerable to a blink-in like that from JYP. So playing a bit risky, kind of in the dark, and yeah, kind of, I mean, that was a bit of a throw, but JYP did play well. Like, a lot of Protoss players wouldn't have been able to come back in that scenario, so a lot of props to JYP, but yeah, Life definitely made mistakes, so yeah, a bit of both there. But, okay, what JYP did here, go for like a gate expand actually, so it's kind of interesting. He's got 2 gases working. Life did go for that 50 natch into quick speed. He's gonna have those quick Zerglings that he does like so much, and throwing down the third base as well.
Yeah, I like the investment into the extra lings. I mean, it's really... In context, yeah, that could be 2 drones, that could be 1 extra drone, whatever, but... I don't know, he gets a lot done with a small amount of lings.
Yeah, for sure. So, I guess he's gonna be one, you know, have the map control and make sure a third doesn't go down for JYP too early. And JYP going for the Forge now, and the Robo.
I like this, because every game he's been playing so gateway-centric, and every game he gets kind of shut down. Even that last game, his gateway got shut down. Or the gateway aggression, I should say. Going for the Robo earlier on. Thank you, JYP. I think you'll get better success out of it.
Yeah, and I don't think this necessarily has to mean like, alright, Immortal All-In, you know, like +1 Immortal All-In or something like that. Like, this could also be just like skipping the Stargate, because Life doesn't really go Mutas, I guess. I mean, he could, but we haven't really seen it from him yet, even though he has made that Spire pretty much every game. So I guess he's capable of it for sure, but we haven't really seen it from him. So maybe JYP is thinking that he's just going to skip the Stargate, go for the quick Robo, and take a third off of that with quick Colossi and Immortals. Or he's just going to go for the Immortal All-In. I guess, you know, we'll find out.
Well, I like that he fully walled this off, because he doesn't quite know what's coming, and of course it's Life, you know, it's rarely one small attack. I don't know. Zombie, what do you think? Third base on this map. JYP gets it or doesn't get it?
No, just do some all in, man.
It wouldn't actually be.
Yeah,
It would not actually be a horrible idea in context to the way the games play out. But I mean, I don't think he'll luck out and get that same game that he just had over again.
Yeah, well, this is starting to definitely look like an Immortal All-In, though. He's chrono boosting the Robo and the Forge, not probes at all, and he's still on 3 gases, so this is definitely going to be an All-In. We see more gateways going down now as well, so he's going to commit hard with this and, you know, not try and take a third on a map like this, which, of course, is very hard to do. And...
well, I mean, the layer came out early enough that there's potentially is Hydras for this, right? I mean, Lings and Roaches can, in rare circumstances, hold off Immortal Sentry All-Ins. Usually don't. Hydras tend to be the much better way to deal with this, but does he know this? I mean, I think it's fairly obvious from the scouting to see a Robo on the wall like that. I mean, you're not exactly just doing this for an observer, right? Yeah, there we go. Hydra comes down right away.
yeah, it's just... Life has made a lot of links, by the way. He has like barely any drones on the third base. Only 4 drones mining on minerals, so he's made like crap ton of links. Maybe he was afraid of like an early Warp Prism, or... I'm not too sure, because the links were like staying in the main there for a while. He's gonna move out on the map now, maybe try and snipe off like pylons or a probe or something like that, but his drone count is definitely not high, but his Hydra Den is relatively quick, so the Hydras should be out in time. He's gonna try to go for the counterattack, and there's no cannon, so there's gonna have to be warp-ins here to defend this.
I think he's... might be...
this is a lot of links.
I don't know if you want to recall, because I mean, the thing about this push is, right, the timing, right? Like, the timing in which this hits. But he's going to meet the Hydras. He's going to have to go home anyways, but he doesn't know it.
No.
Snipe the natural, get out. Maybe, best case scenario.
Oh, there's a gap in the wall. Oh, no.
This is bad for JYP.
That's
this is
game.
not like
Oh,
this.
So anticlimactic.
Not after a
Oh
game
my
like
God.
what we just saw.
Oh.
JYP. No.
Well,
Well, the
I
good
guess
news
that's
is...
one way to deal with Immortal All-In.
yeah, but it's completely... okay, anyways. JYP not completely out of the tournament yet, guys. Sadly, he's bumped from the semifinals. He will go to the 3rd and 4th place match. JYP is still guaranteed a good sum of money today because 3rd place is $300, 4th place is $500. So win or lose there, I think he'll be okay. This next match will be unaffected by the patch, which I believe is going live soon-ish, guys. Hyun versus Biol will be taking place on the North American server, so I gotta let Biol know.